Muchachos, estamos en la partida número 4 de las finals de Europa. No grabamos la introducción porque a Reason, el que está en el top 2, no le ha popeado, no, a Badil, su dúo, no le popeó partida. Y todo el mundo está spameando restart. Y Reason está ahorita solo jugando, está jugando solito. Y tiene 56.000 personas especteándolo. Me incluyo una más. Y nada, pues, entonces vamos a estar viendo. Ya saben que todo esto se ve mejor en directo por mi canal de Twitch, que estará linkeado en la descripción o comentarios. Y eso que debería tener más, Luca. Porque hay gente que tú estás viendo solamente el de Twitch, no estás viendo el de... No estás viendo el de TikTok, no estás viendo el de... No estás viendo de Facebook, no estás viendo Rumble, no estás viendo... No estás viendo... ¿Cómo se llama esto? Y la de... ¿Cuál es? Y Kick, hasta. Y YouTube tampoco, weón. Debería tener más incluso. Ay, qué hermoso que es el Fortnite. Pucha, llama a los de Epic para que reinician. No puedo, mano. Ya los llamé ayer. Mañana sale mi skin. Ya tienen la iniciativa. Tienen la previa. De verdad, sí. Probablemente muy lejano, Chipsin. El mod se lo doy a gente que me mira hace mucho tiempo. No se lo doy a gente que conozco ya. Juego con ellos. Gente, mucha confianza en el directo. Tiene que tener mucho tiempo en el directo. O gente que haya trabajado conmigo en algún momento ya. Por ejemplo, el Sus, el que me ayudó con las miniaturas. Ya remontó King. Está top 36 Sus, creo. ¡Oh, verdad! Me había olvidado. Sus, mira tu privado. Mira tu privado, mira tu privado, mira tu privado, mira tu privado. Mira tu privado, mira tu privado. Have the chance to be uncontested with nobody really in that position. Cade and Diox started these games off over towards fence. ¿Te imaginas? ¿Te imaginas que la hacen? Te mando, mira tu WhatsApp, mira tu WhatsApp. Ah, predicción. ¿Con quién hacemos predicción, gente? Before they start to rotate towards the center of zone, they kind of work their way from the outside in. 33 bullets in that Reaper sniper rifle. Pucho, filtraron tu skin. Ya salió mi skin del pollo. Oh, me tengo que cuidar el pelo. Me tengo que cuidar el pelo, muchachos. Me tengo que cuidar el pelo. Me tengo que cuidar el pelo, me tengo que cuidar el pelo. Fijazo. Me tengo que cuidar el pelo fijo, si no termino como él. Fijo. Un momento. They don't have confirmation that they are still there up until this point where Sandguild breaking through. You still have to break those. I actually got stuck on that the other day. The fight's gonna begin though. That's Arc Skill on the other side. Makes easy work of Sandguild. Marius gonna have to go ahead and make up for it. He was able to grab a decent loadout for a situation like this, trying to burst into the box. Art Skill is gonna be there on the other side, a trade for trade, a knock for a knock. But Marius still has a player on Astro right below him who is full shield and HP that he has to work his way through. Marius was the one that got rebooted, so no shield to work with, just a little bit of weapons. He can make it happen. He just needs to hit. ¿Qué ves? Sus, mira tu WhatsApp, mira tu WhatsApp. Puchito, ¿cuándo harás privadas con premio para sacar la mierda a todos? Probablemente nunca. No me importa hacer privadas con premios. Yo no quiero darle plata a cualquier persona, me quiero hacer eso. Yo prefiero darle gente... Voy a hacer dinámicas de chill para darle plata a plata a la gente de mi comunidad. No haría scrims yo, ni cagando. Probablemente nunca. No me gusta eso. Solamente ganan los mejores. Yo no quiero que gane una persona que juega bien. Yo quiero premiar a cualquier jugador de Fortnite. No quiero darle plata al que juega mejor. Nice. I said that in the beginning. He was full shield and full HP. Unfortunate enough, there was a great attempt. Nice. Can't overtake your opponent. Probablemente también puedas para que todos puedan ganar plata, ¿me entiendes? No solamente los que juegan bien.
Uy, ese buen de Rizon es friazo, muchachos. Vieron que está jugando. Ya. Ya, no, mira, Vena y Tyson no les ha ido tan bien, pero vamos a hacer predicción con ellos, pues. Mientras está el almuerzo.
Oh, wow. Pixie almost gets sideswiped there. Scroll narrowly missing that shot. Great opportunity, but now he's coned up, boxed up. He's going to work his way down. Wax works his way out. Him and Pixie are able to reunite finally in the same box.
Ya, muchachos, pongo la predicción. Vayan votando la predicción. Es una partida un poquito larga. Ahorita vengo, voy a traer el almuerzo, ¿ya? Al toque, vengo.
We've seen a lot of quick scopes turn fights around here. All it takes is one headshot. The sniper rifle isn't just effective from afar. It's effective from close range. Say one of the best weapons to turn fights around. Hayes and Benno looking to see if they can climb back up. Second half of the day, they dominated. As Mixon is going to be the one that goes down. That's one on the board for Benno now, but the pressure from the teams in the surrounding areas will continue. As they're going to re-loot what they got from this elimination.
This is typically a chance too. If a team is fighting for Forecast Tower over on that side, for them not necessarily to go in, get aggressive with the point getting eliminations. No, not that, but more so to try to keep getting surge, taking advantage of teams. Kira and Kudo kind of hiding nearby. Don't want to really take that risk. Got to imagine Forecast Tower saw it in the distance, already boxed up. Queasy Thomas with their early game eliminations. They're feeling comfortable sitting on top of Lavish Layer. And with the zone rotating towards the north, they're just hoping that all those teams that landed towards the north, whether on the east or the west side, use Lavish Layer as a way to rotate through. And that's how they're hoping to find their surge.
Rotate coming through now. Thomas grouping back up with Queasy. That was going ahead. You can see up at the north side of the map here, back from zone. There are some duos coming back in. But what Thomas HD and Queasy are going to do now is refarm up that metal, get those materials capped. As we take a look at Bevies and Pablo. Shot comes through, nothing connects. Currently in 4th place on the leaderboard. But not too far from first. It's still anybody's game, Jacob. And this being the second to last match of the day, you really want to do the best you can to set yourself up for the highest chance of success for that FNCS trophy.
Oye, tantos puntos han votado sin que yo esté. Gracias por votar en la predicción, chicos. Sorry que no estaba.
Literally wide open for the taking.
Oh, el que mufa
One
predicciones
blunder,
es Giancarlo.
one little
Giancarlo es el
misstep
que mufa
could
predicciones.
cost a team everything, especially as you
Bueno,
said, we're getting in the
¿será
second
capaz?
half of
Puta, se murió Tyson.
2 games remaining overall.
No.
There's few opportunities to even make up a point differential, depending on where you're at on the league.
Se murió Tyson.
You can see
Llegué y se murió, weón.
his way through.
Qué timing de mierda, ¿vieron?
Challenge in this game, especially as a solo, because even if you're able to pop the shots, as soon as the team turns around and sees you're a solo,
Falta el dúo.
they might see that as a green light to go and take advantage of the opportunity while they have it.
You can see here, Thomas and Queasy, seeing that the zone did pull more north here by Lavish Layer, they're automatically put on the uncongested side, and they're not forced to rotate really deep into zone. So they're capitalizing on that, including the fact that they already got the 2 eliminations and damage off the start to kind of play here on the safer side, as eventually they'll get in and build up and look for those tags that they will need. But for now, they have a bit of time to kind of plan out the rest of the match.
To me, I feel like it doesn't even matter how long they stay in the zone. I feel like everything for Queasy and Thomas is calculated at this point. Even having an entertaining run at the end. Venno's domination does continue. He's able to get a knock onto Shaco's, but he
Pero está vivo, no está vivo.
Again, the aggression.
¿Se murieron o no se murieron? Perdón que estaba mandando audio.
Also their demise in some cases. Does look like Queasy's getting pushed.
Tyson murió, pero Veno está vivo.
In a tough situation here.
Ah, la mierda.
487 points on the board, 43 builds to work with. He does have those 3 medkits if he would like to stay in.
No lo había visto.
Forced into this engagement, he really needs
Ow.
to show his dominance.
He's doing good.
Oh!
Back, especially with numbers
No.
against him. One's gonna go down, but unfortunately he's just all by himself in the numbers game. The 2v1 is just too
Hacemos
strong.
predicción de que si reseta en partido, ¿no?
Not only fight back, but at least get a knock onto one of the two players.
¿Hacemos predicción de eso, gente? ¿Tienen que resetar en partida?
Ruined reels. A lot of duos here in the area.
Vaya,
We'll
será.
be taking pop shots at each other. Good news for this duo is they're elevated enough
¿No crees?
to look for those shots on the players rotating in. Dioxcade.
Una cosa es que no entre
A little
gente
close
random,
quarters
¿ya?
engagement here.
O sea, o gente que no están conocida en la
Are
comunidad.
gonna be the players close by.
Pero Reason y Badil son como que los dos referentes del Fortnite en Alemania. Así como en Perú tienes a Mysterious. Reason y Badil son los referentes, ¿ah? Está jugando Fortnite, Benjamin. No lo he visto aquí. Le ponemos la predicción, puede ser, ¿ah?
Cam Musetti and the hill outside of fencing fields. With the zone pushing in this direction, it is going to become the congested side of the map.
Sí, sí está ahí. Sí está ahí, sí está ahí, sí está ahí.
Sniper in hand, looking around.
No sale si King ha muerto, o sea, se ha muerto.
Pixel the Buell, most likely doing a
Porque yo no he estado, porque he estado trayendo mi almuerzo.
as there are just a few duos in the surrounding
No he
area.
visto si es que ha muerto o no ha muerto.
Fourth zone.
No he visto, gente, no he visto, no he visto.
Now fifth will appear.
¿Ha muerto o no ha muerto? Si alguien estaba atento al stream,
Good news for Queasy and Thomas HD. Little bit
carne
of
con arroz, estoy comiendo.
duos here down south.
Vena murió hace rato. A ver.
A
Voy. Dame un segundo, gente. Mira, murió el top 5 y murió el top 2. Está diciendo, tienes razón. Ahí va la predicción. Sí, sorry. Ya. No confío. Listo. A ver, gente. Bien hecho, Charles.
Nico and Pink up against Volko Vortexers.
Bien hecho, mano.
Both duos quite centered in the zone here.
Hola, Pucho. Acabo de terminar con mi flaca, muy loca. Ya todos los días quiere que nos veamos.
Much of a rotate at
¿Y
all,
crees que
but
¿Y qué crees? Me siento libre, no me dolió.
the damage
Y estás viendo el FNCS con nosotros.
will continue increasing.
Vamos a darle VIP.
Noise, it's a panic for a lot of players
Ya,
in the
tenemos
lobby,
clip ahí.
just like Wheat and Shimoki. We're 164 below. They see the rift close by, but what they're more interested in are those shots onto Pablo, are those shots on the players. We're contesting the rift island. You can see an engagement happening
Ow.
up above. Is that where Wheat wants to go? As he already gets chased by another.
Es tu momento de grindear Fortnite, Charles.
Down on Surge, team trying to push into their box. And further falling down from 192 below the damage threshold. His only chance here is to fight back, especially with teams all around beginning to focus, put him in the box, and that's Kiro Kudo from far
Termina de comer y miro.
away,
Dame un segundo,
putting shots in that direction, really not allowing Wheat and Shmoky to find any stride here in
Pucho,
this
y Flaca me dijo que
fight.
para-
On the other side, trying to break in from the low
¿Qué?
ground. This is just so
¿Qué acabas de poner?
chaotic and desperate to try to
Pucho, mi flaca me acaba de decir para ver la FNCS. Embarázala. No, mentira, no lo hagas. No lo hagas, por favor, no la cagues.
The panic as now the altercations between Pablo as he gets knocked. Bevies, the last player of the duo that's up, but with just 7 HP.
No lo hagas, juego, no lo hagas.
More than just one player. He needs to pop that med kit. Unable to, goes down. Wheat as well.
Capaz sale el próximo Buba, tienes razón. No, mentira.
As Lox is the only one left alongside Darkus.
This is the biggest and most prime example of a no-win situation I've ever
Imaginen
seen
que lo
outside
hace.
zone. Even the ones that we saw that were still alive, very little chance being able to make it back. Malibuca and Merstash
Luego me pasa el clip.
goes through their opponents. Storm Surge is important. 523 points though. They have taken back first place, trying to claim it as their own. Right history for Malibuca. First FNCS title up for grabs here today.
Medkits being popped, big pots being split. You can see 6th zone already coming to a close. All the duos now.
Porque lo estoy esperando a mi cuarto, dile, Alexander.
Bucked up, looking back. Merstash, can he connect? Zooming in with that Reaper sniper rifle, looking to send his
El
opponent
contras, au.
through the shadows. With just 25 above, they could really use that shot. As Merstash goes left, Malabuka goes right, they split up. Huge shot connected though. It could be enough.
Que embarace a su flaca y sale el próximo read.
Into an opponent's box here.
Tienes
They
razón,
want
¿ah?
to regroup, they want to take shots from afar. They don't want to do anything too risky.
Yeah, and as soon as they find themselves a spot that they can box up and look back, even though they're not in zone.
Va, Liam, confío.
Teams that are already
Y
congested.
tiene que estar ella enojada, mano. Si enojada mejor, weón.
Focal point of their target. Luckily for everybody, we're going down a little bit up this hill. Change the line of sight.
Turima, parece tiempo no sabía ese nombre, weón. ¿Qué está
They're
Turima?
still trying to make their way in towards zone, which leaves them open to shots coming out from Merstash and Malabuka. They get themselves above the damage threshold, but it comes at a cost. Shield is gone from Malabuka and some of his HP as well.
They saw the crack. It changes focus as pressure is on. Walks able to recuperate that shield that he lost, but still with the low HP.
Murió Phaser.
The shots continue
No.
connecting. Yan is close
Ah, miro.
by in the pact of chaos
Top
that's
93,
around the
creo.
area of Merstash and Malabuka. 30 just seconds left until 8th zone, and players are still rotating in.
See them just trying to target out anybody they can for Surge. Jump on board Queasy Thomas in this replay. They're gonna try to make their way towards the zone. But first, making a little bit of a pit stop to try to gather a little bit more loot. Great find by Thomas. Him and Queasy trying to take back that first place throne. It's gonna be a hard fought battle, literally to the very last game, Takata.
Those are the game-winning shots, Jacob. Those are the game-winning shots that Queasy and Thomas need to get back up to first place. Currently in third. They had the hiccups from the early game. One big game could set them up in the last match. Cade now has lost Diox. He is alone, but he has a decent amount of damage. 2 medkits as well to top it off. As Storm Surge, the warning once again, advising these players to do damage. So many players close by, but you don't want to risk it all.
Now, especially since we are in the 7th zone with about 50 players still left alive.
Yep.
You know, it usually comes down to a situation where I do believe it's like 10 or so players need to go down. It's actually 4 at this stage, and then more so after that. So it's not going to be the easiest thing as 8 more players still need to fall. Merstash, Malabuka, they're going to be low on Surge. They have no other choice but to go in. That's Wox, that's Pixie, who feel their force. And with that, they not only get all that loot, the mythic loot as well, but they get above the damage threshold, but still pressure coming from different angles. Merstash ends up yet another box, but it doesn't matter. Sends Aqua back to the lobby. No Noah in sight. That team's done and dusted here in game 10.
Merstash, Malabuka charged up as they look
Una tiene que ser como la de Mixwell, algo así. Una así. Puta, voy a hacer, gente, con sus vamos a empezar a hacer miniaturas para los videos. Así que me disculpo si empiezo a poner caras raras como imbécil. Esta partida no es... Bueno, la casteamos ya nomás. Oh, ya.
Shield isn't too much of a worry overall. They do have the medallion to pass.
Graba la pantalla, tú graba la pantalla.
They're heavily lacking. Queasy cannot take one tick to that.
Sí, sí tengo WhatsApp abierto.
Will go down. Cade still finding any crevice.
Como que el real quiero pene.
Needs some confidence on as he tries to move up onto Hen. Hen was ready to fight back, but somebody chopped him down to size. Might have been a blessing in disguise for Cade because he's above the damage threshold. Right towards the zone as well.
Ya.
He just needs to be able to find some builds.
Este endgame no lo voy a castear, creo, porque tenemos que hacer las miniaturas. No, en verdad sí. Hay que castearlo, tienes razón.
Yeah, with 6 builds, it is a dangerous situation to be in. As Thomas HD, Queasy, now building up top once again. We've seen players hold on from the first moving zone all the way to the end. Can they be one of the duos to do so? They're lacking HP. All they really need is a refresh to grant them those medkits or grant them anything that they can use to heal back up.
And look at that race to the finish. 31 points separating these two teams.
Vamos, muchachos.
There's well over
Mertas y Malibuca que están próximos a poder ser los campeones de esta FNCS. Abajo Thomas y Queasy. Mucho miedo en el aire. La zona que le cierra su spot. Y que comience la fiesta, muchachos. Porque tenemos un late con los mejores dúos de Europa. Ya saben que todo esto pasa en directo por mi canal de Twitch. Y tenemos que ver qué es lo que sucede, cómo se transcurre. Katie termina muriendo, te veo esta eliminación, no lo termina matando. Thomas y... Uy, uy, no, Kami City. Por fin Kami City llegaron a un late. City que termina llevándose a uno. ¿Será que puede ser la remontada histórica de Kami City? No creo. No creo, la verdad. Pero Kami City, Second High, Thomas y Quizzy que se encuentran elevados, Vicky y Pink que también están por ahí. No veo el dúo de argentinos. Sin embargo, vemos a Merstach por ahí tratando de sacar una eliminación rápida. No tiene muchos materiales, tiene 500 max y tiene que empezar a matar, a buscar una rifle. Una rifle aquí sería tan buena. Y la zona cierra max distance, se trata de columpiar con la gente que está en mid. Ahí, cuidado, termina matando uno en el aire, Thomas HD. Quizzy que lo marca la posición. Kami City que para la idea de hacer el retake. Les ganaron la altura. Repito, le acaba de dar la altura Kami City a Thomas y a Quizzy. Uy. La remontada del dúo polaco puede ser que hagan historia. No, creo que pensó que era su dúo. Qué mala suerte. Uy, 20. Terrible escopeta mítica haciendo max damage. Impresionante. Fortnite, el mejor juego de la historia. Termina esa eliminación y termina muriendo. Kido que se lleva a Merstach y a Malibuca. Y ahora solamente tenemos a Thomas y a Quizzy. Acaba de morir el primer puesto. Repito, acaba de morir el primer puesto. Si es que Thomas y Quizzy agarran esta partida y la aprovechan al máximo. Oh, bueno. Eso no me lo esperé. O sea, Seti está vivo, Kami está vivo y Janice y Flix en high. O sea que las distancias se acortan. Pero si es que Thomas y Quizzy aún no mueren, repito muchachos, la distancia puede acortarse e incluso superarse. Podrían incluso ganar el top. Podrían ganar el top, ¿eh? Uy, se termina matando a... Uy, se termina matando. Chari está ahí. Chari trata de matarlo. Le gana la posición, le gana la cabeceada. Termina muriendo Thomas por... Y termina matando a Seti. Quizzy que se mata a Kami y a Seti. Cierra arriba de la montaña. No se dio cuenta. Tiene la zona todavía. Todos los puntos cuentan. Casi 600 puntos acumulados. Quizzy que está cerca de la zona. No, fue el escopetazo y termina llevándose la partida. Parece que Flixi Flixi y Janice, dúo de alemanes en high. Un 2v2 contra Kiri. ¿Qué dúo? ¿Quién será el que se lleva la partida? Flixi que juega lento. Escopetazo que pega 30. Escopetazo que pega, termina dándole. No falla el escopetazo. Uno más. Puede ser que sí, puede ser que no. Y Janice y Flixi que se llevan la partida. Esta la casté mal, pero no importa. Me sentí muy duro casteando esta. Es que estaba comiendo, la casté mal. Pero bueno, me sentí muy trabado. Y la tabla queda así. Ah, spamé sus emotes, ¿verdad? Spamé sus emotes. Quizzy y Thomas pasan a la posición número 1. Merstach y Malibuca pasan a la posición número 2. Vadil, que no llegó a entrar a la partida. Y Reason, que llegó a clachear hasta un top 38, o sea, nada. En el top número 3, Janice y Flixi, que estaban en el top abajo del 15, pasan de nuevo a la competencia, remontando y posicionándose en el top número 8, ganando la partida. Pablito God murió early. Vico y Pink remontan con un top 8. Miren esa consistencia que va notándose poquito a poquito. Van subiendo. Nuestro dúo argentino se posiciona en el top 36, muriendo 31 con 2 eliminaciones. Al menos rescataron algo ahí. Y la WM que cada vez se aleja más de la competición. A la mierda, weón. Ya. Vamos a hacer miniaturas. A ver, miniaturas. Espérate, miniaturas. Espérate, sería quitar esto, ¿no? Para máxima calidad. Está, estaría así. Cállense la boca. Con la comida. Dejan de molestar, obvio. Oh, ves pene. ¿Cuántas vamos, Us? Me están haciendo bullying. ¿Cuántas vamos?
them today and towards the latter end of yesterday as well. So it's nice to see them sort of rekindling some of the success they had yesterday. I think it was game number 2. They got a victory in a very similar manner as well. So
Me estaba haciendo bullying, luego.
very high of the weekend, and it's nice to see them coming back to that now because it seems like they maybe lost their heads a little bit at the beginning of the day, but they've got them back now.
Claro que pueden. Claro que pueden cambiar de lugar, no hay problema que cambien. Ah, eso no es. Claro que pueden cambiar de lugar. Ah, qué mierda, sale la grabación. Qué vergüenza. No importa.